And now, from beyond our dimension, this is the Jeff Mara Podcast. Here's Jeff.
Before we begin, I'd like to give you a little background on this video. My guest is Mr. Zhang from China, who claims to have been abducted by aliens and taken to another planet where reality merges with a virtual world and beings are digitized and copied. Since Mr. Zhang only speaks Chinese, we had an interpreter present, and as you'll notice, her face is blurred in the video at her request for privacy. Mr. Zhang's story is truly extraordinary, something you'd expect to see at the movies, and I think you'll find it fascinating. Mr. Zhang, thanks for joining us and welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Zhang, can we start on the day that you were abducted and go from there?
That was the summer 1985 at night. I was taken away from home by alien.
Did he see a UFO first, and what was he doing when he saw it?
When he was sleeping in bed in the room, he saw something on the wall, like shining reddish.
Like a shining red light?
No, the wall appeared to shiny, not a reddish color, turn reddish.
Oh, okay. So the wall turned red.
Yeah, that kind of shiny, kind of that red, shimmering. If I think that's a word to use to describe it.
Okay. Then what happened?
Human-like aliens entered into the room, and then he took Mr. Zhang, walked through the wall, and they were outside.
What did the aliens look like?
He said it's like numerous little worms comprised like a human figure.
It was a bunch of worms, numerous worms collectively that made itself be like a human figure?
Yes, that's what he meant.
A human figure composed of many, many worms.
That's what he meant.
Okay. He said that he went through the walls. Is he saying that they took his consciousness out of his body and took
Not
him,
at that time.
or physically took him through the walls?
He felt like a voice in his head coming with us. And the wall also turns color. And then he just walked with them through the wall.
So where did he go next? On their ship, or did he go outside?
他们那个真正的外星人呢，就像我们幼儿园的小朋友。
When they were outside, he saw real aliens. They looked like a kindergarten kid, about 1 meter high.
Did
Two men, one female.
Did they look humanoid, or did they look like what people call gray aliens?
Human. Very, very delicate, pretty. The skin is extremely smooth.
So they looked like human children?
Oh, yeah. That's what he said.
It's interesting that there are two types of aliens, the worm beings and the children. Why are there two types?
The figure composed of numerous worms are their robot. The three figures outside are the true people, if we want to say.
Okay, that makes sense. So what did he do next? Go on their ship?
Yes, he saw the UFO, and then the opening is under the UFO. There's no ladder or anything. It's like an instant movement. They just entered to the UFO.
So are you saying that he walked under the UFO and then automatically they just beamed him inside the ship?
Yes.
What did the ship look like from the outside?
It was a night he could only see the shape. It is like people say, like plate.
Like saucer shaped?
Oh, yes,
Did it have lights on it?
light. But it doesn't have the kind of light we normally see. It's like silver on the ground.
Did the children look Asian? And I'm assuming they were speaking telepathically to him in Chinese?
Yes, they do look like Asian. When they talk, it's like they use kind of communication system. It doesn't require any translation or anything. It's like conscience implanted to your head.
Would it be like he's just reading their thoughts?
He said that virtual communication system could create images, voices, anything in your head.
Was he scared?
Yes, he was very, very scared and shaking.
Does he feel like that they were forcing him to go on the ship?
Yes, they didn't ask for his consent.
Did they try to calm him in any way?
Some kind of scanning tool. When he was scanned, all those discomforts, they disappeared, including fear.
What did the ship look like from the inside?
Inside the UFO, there's no console, like normal you would think. It's all virtual.
Besides no console, can he describe anything else?
There's a pillar in the middle, like a cylinder pillar in the middle, in the center. And there is a door on the pillar. They entered the saucer through that door.
Does he live on a farm where nobody would see what was going on?
He said, since it was at night, there are not so many people in the village, so no neighbors saw this. And outside, he actually talked with these three aliens before they entered the saucer, the UFO.
What did they talk about?
He asked how that UFO moves and also why you do not see light bulbs, but there is light. And they gave him quite detailed answers. They talked quite a while outside the house.
So once he went in the ship, did they leave Earth and go somewhere else?
It took about an hour, he felt, for them to arrive at that planet. He asked a lot of questions during this period, during the trip.
What you're saying is that they left the Earth and went to another planet, right? What planet is that?
Planet Gorka, G-O-O-K-E.
Okay. Once he went to the planet, what did he do next?
When they arrived at the warehouse for those UFOs.
Oh, warehouse, like an airplane hangar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what happened?
Once they landed, he saw other aliens coming to inspect the UFO.
Were the other aliens looking just like the children?
The inspectors are their robots, like those composed of numerous worms.
They came to take a look at the ship and make sure it was okay?
Yeah, I guess just like an airplane landed, it needs a mechanical check. I'm guessing that's how understood.
Did he ask the aliens why did they choose him?
He was encountered by another advanced aliens. They are like a fog figure. They are more advanced than those planet Gorka people. That's why they tried to, Mr. Zhang tried to figure out if they could extract something from him to learn about the other kind of more advanced alien, the fog figure. Yes, he's like a fog.
So
F-O-G.
like a misty A misty
yeah,
being, a
yeah.
foggy, like an energy foggy being came to speak to him next.
Yeah, when he was a child, he was visited by another advanced alien, spiritual kind. And that's why planet Gurkha people try to adopt him to learn about the more advanced alien.
So the planet Gorka beings were aware that he had contact with the spirit being, and they wanted to get information from him about the spirit being.
They tried to extract the information from his brain and try to see if they could still get any information. They knew Mr. Zhang himself was not aware. He couldn't know. But the Gurkha beings tried to extract that information from his brain.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not sure if they could still extract that information, but they want to try.
How did the Gorka beings know that he contacted the spirit being?
They have a system to monitor Earth, but not to monitor people on Earth, but to monitor if any other beings have come to visit Earth.
So they were aware that the spirit being visited him because they'd been monitoring the planet.
Yes.
Why do they monitor Earth? Did they tell him that?
They don't care what Earth people do, but they want to know what other planets beings do about Earth.
Why do they want to know what other aliens are doing on Earth?
Mr. Zhang doesn't know the answer why they would care what other planets beings would do anything about Earth. However, since they knew he was visited by more advanced beings, they actually have been monitoring him. When he was really sick, they came to cure him.
Is he still in contact with the Gorka beings today?
Since he came back from planet Gurkha at 19, after that 1 month visit, he has not had any contact with those beings. And that was also the only time they took him to their planet. However, prior to that, he had been visited many times by those beings.
The spirit beings or the Gorka beings?
Gurkha beings, yeah. Gurkha beings came to visit him many times prior to this trip, this voyage.
What did their planet look like?
They came out of the warehouse of UFO. They instantly moved to the city. The first impression is it was too shiny. It's just too shiny to look at it.
Was the city similar to a city on Earth? I mean, were there roads and buildings?
Virtual buildings, and their clothes look very strange. Later, I learned those clothes are also virtual. They're not real.
Is he saying that nothing is real? It's all just a simulation?
80 to 90% are virtual. They're highly virtual world. And the air is very clean. There's no dust in the air. They have a system to clean the air. And you can see the visibility is very high. You can see very far away.
Were there other types of aliens there besides the Gorka people?
Yes, there are a few other planets beings on Gurkha, but they're not free. They are caged.
Why are they caged? Are they prisoners?
No, those beings were adopted. They had to be trained to adapt to the environment before they were allowed to walk on the street. They have very advanced system to train those beings.
Did they ever put him in a cage?
They were put in a certain district, and the way they train them, they just download your consciousness and then reload it.
Download it and reload it back into your body or into something else?
他们会扫描人的思想意识，数字化。
He didn't answer your question directly, but he explained something else. I think it's quite interesting. I'd like to translate that part first. He said, good beings, they digitize everything, your conscience, even your body. And then once they have all the information, if the body has problem, if they don't want the body, they just get a new one. Because they have already digitized all the information, they could just create a new body. That's how they achieve immortality.
Is the body that he's currently occupying right now a new digitized version?
He still didn't answer your question directly, but this information also quite interesting. He said they digitized all his conscience and body. That was their purpose. They just wanted to collect all kind of informations about other planets' beings. He said he thinks he has been enhanced a little bit, but not dramatically. Since he came back, he noticeably stronger physically, and also his mind is sharper. When he was in elementary school and junior high, he was not very smart. But since he came back, he could think faster, sharper.
Would he like to go back to planet Gorka and visit it again?
Since 1985, they hadn't contacted him again. He felt abandoned by them. If asked him if he could, would he? He said, of course. Their planet is such better, such more, such better place to be.
What else did he do while he was on their planet?
Test him with near-death experiences. They wanted to collect all this information to be part of their information system.
I'm not completely clear on what you meant about near-death experiences. Can you clarify that for me?
A virtual experiment, such as thirsty. They would put him in the experience to feel how the thirsty, to the point he felt like he would be thirsty to death, and other kinds of those experiences as well, such as how would death feel in a car crash, how death would feel by being struck.
So they put him through many simulations of dying.
Yes, and he still remember how that thirsty felt, to be thirsty to death.
Were all these death experiences traumatic for him?
He didn't feel traumatized. In their planet, most experience were virtual. It's just stimulation.
So each time that he died, did they give him a new body?
No, they didn't need a new body because our simulations didn't really affect his body. And in planet Gorka, most of the experience were virtual, such as death experience. Not like on Earth, everything is real.
When you say it was a virtual experience, would it be kind of like playing a game?
Yes, it's like a virtual game. However, it's very advanced. The virtual world is so real, you cannot even tell which character is real, which character is virtual. And they also use the percentage of virtual experience to score advancement in civilization. They said if a planet has 80% above, that is counted as advanced civilization. If it is like a 50%, it will be a middle advanced civilization. If there's a very low, then the civilization is also very low.
What is Earth?
Earth civilization is very low because we barely have any virtual products now. Planet Gorka is counted as advanced. They could resolve almost all problems of universe.
It sounds like to me that they were just collecting scientific information about him.
It's more than just a scientific. It is also economic. They adapted to Earth people, and then they scan their brain. Once they scan, they acquire all the information about Earth from this person. However many Earth people they have adapted, how much knowledge they have gained about Earth. So they have very, very advanced knowledge about Earth. They collect people's data. They use it to make money.
How did they use him to make money?
I remember I read from the voyage through planet Gorka about this. Since they have those digital information about him, they could make a product of a virtual person from Earth. Then they sell that information, and those Gorka people could buy, such as to have sex with this Earth person. Yeah, that's how they make money.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I remember from his voyage through planet Gorka. But now we can ask him. In planet Gorka, all those basic resources are free. You don't need to buy anything to live. Only thing you need to buy is information, such as you could buy a digital person.
So could they sell his information, and then if they wanted to, they could put their consciousness in a human body like his?
So they could produce both a virtual digital person to sell that product. Also, they could produce a real product with his conscious digital information. That is like Play-Doh. Children play Play-Doh. They could sell those Play-Doh with digital information. You order a Play-Doh, and then they'll ship to you. You receive it. And then once you open it, it turns into a real, whatever you purchased, like a real person. You can smell, you can feel, everything is like real.
So it sounds like on Gorka, you can buy some sort of basic elements to physical body, and you're saying it's like Play-Doh, and then once you plug in the digital information, it becomes Mr. Zhang or whoever else, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, are they also making a copy of his consciousness and selling that too?
No. Normally, they don't sell just the consciousness. They sell conscience with the other, such as Play-Doh.
So it's basically a copy of him, physically and consciously, that they're buying.
Yes, I think that's what I understand.
Would they sell these to other planets or just on Gorka?
Only on planet Gorka, because it depends on their systems to work.
Did he see a copy of himself while he was on the planet?
He did see himself as a product. In planet Gorka, they have those information system like our Wi-Fi network, but theirs doesn't require any devices like a phone or computer.
Did he have a conversation with the copy of himself?
He did have conversation with himself.
How does he feel knowing that there's a copy of him out there, if not multiple copies? And how does he mentally deal with all this?
They explained to him that although they're copies of himself, each copy is completely not related to others. So each other do not feel anything. With two of himself, he felt like suddenly he was inside talking to a person, for example, and then it's like same time he's outside talking to another person, and it's like he's switching between two situations.
Generally, how does he feel about having copies of him on another planet? Is that disturbing to him? Is it interesting, exciting?
I think he doesn't feel anything. He just repeated what he said, that since although there are copies of him, those copies have nothing to do with himself.
So he just feels that those beings are just other people out there. They're not really related to him.
Yes, that's what I believe. That's what he thinks, and also that's how those Gurkha people beings explain to him. It's very common, and anybody might have another copy in the universe, but since you are not related, the copies are not related. You're not aware of it. It just doesn't mean anything.
Would the copy have his memories?
Yes, at the moment when it was copied, but after that, each copy lived their own life.
Does the copy know it's a copy?
At the moment a copy is made, since real him knows it, and whatever he knows, the copy also knows. So they, at that time, they both understood who is real, who is the copy.
What else happened while he was on the planet?
In planet Gurkha, they don't need to make a living. And the normal chores on Earth, they don't have to do anything. So making people is the biggest industry. They adopt other planets' beings to make copies of them. They try to collect as many planet beings as possible, so that I think that's an entertainment.
Does he feel like they were mean to him or playing with him like a toy, or they were mistreating him?
Those beings, not like Earth people, they don't have feelings, and they don't have a concept of moral either. Although he was mistreated physically, he experienced a lot of pain, extreme pain, like those near-death experiences. Those beings, they don't have emotions. So for him, he saw that, he understood that he doesn't have a psychological damage, although those physical pain was real.
It's my understanding that the ETs imprinted into his brain or downloaded into his consciousness a unified field theory that talks about or explains the way space works. Can he tell us about that?
They don't have to go to school. Any process of learning, they scan whatever information into your brain, then you have it. That's how they scan that information into his brain as well.
What information about space did they give him?
They gave him the secrets of universe. What is the essence of the universe? What current Earth knowledge about universe is true, which is not true, such as what is gravity, what is magnetic, etc.
What is gravity?
The core of his unified field theory is the space is in spiral motion at light speed outward. When this motion is bent, so that creates a force inward towards the object that generates gravity.
Is there a website where people can go to where they can look at all of this information and study it in English?
Yes, it is unifiedfield.info. It has very, very detailed information and published papers linked to those papers. Yes, and also experiment setup, prediction, all those scientific data.
How did he come back to Earth?
When he was taken away from his home, he was very clear. His mind was clear. But when they sent him back, they kind of made him sleep. So he didn't really have very clear memory how he came back.
Did he wake up in his bed?
Yes, when he woke up, he was in his bed.
How long was he gone in Earth time?
在他们星球上大约1个月时。
Earth time about 8 to 9 hours. In Gorka, about a month.
Do they have the ability to time travel? And if not, why is there such a difference in time?
Yeah, each planet has different scale of time. That's what he said, but I don't quite understand. 你可以解释一下吗？到底是 He said time is not real. It is just the observer's description. And it is the feeling of observers about spatial motion.
Why did they give him this scientific information? Are they wanting him to educate Earth?
He doesn't know why.
Did he ever tell the police or the government about his abduction?
Yes, he
不过
did.
他们
But they don't believe him and told him not to spread rumor.
Are UFOs talked about very much in China?
People talk about it, but the government suppress it. They have this banned many groups about UFO. Frequently, local police to tell him not to spread rumor. And local government came to penalize him.
He's not afraid of speaking out?
If he stopped talking, people would say, you see, he is a liar. Now he stopped talking. If he talks, local governments will come to give him penalty. So he's in quite dilemma now.
Do the Gorka beings have a message for Earth?
Beings look down on Earth people. They think we're low life. If Earth is going to be destroyed, that would be because of our own arrogance. However, if Earth people can grow from electricity civilization to field civilization, we could advance dramatically to avoid disasters.
Does Mr. Zhang have a message for humanity?
Humanity's only hope is technology. If we could emphasize on developing technology, we may survive. However, human beings currently still focus on fighting with each other.
Please tell Mr. Zhang thank you so much for coming on and being my guest. And perhaps if the audience is really fascinated with this and wants to hear more, maybe we can have a second interview and dig deeper into his experience.
Very welcome to have more conversations since he has a lot to say about unified field theory. There are so many advancements on that field now.
Mr. Zhang, thank you for being my guest, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching the Jeff Mara podcast. I really appreciate you. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. And if you do, there are loyalty badges and other perks depending on your level of membership. All you need to do is click the join button underneath the video to find out more. Thank you for your support.